channel, it's your girl Sean. I'm back for another video. I'm about to get into today's letter, which is truly a doozy. If you enjoy love and relationship advice videos and things like that, you'll definitely love my channel, so go ahead and subscribe if you're new here. And if you're already a subscriber, go ahead and ring that little bell right below, which is basically to let you guys know whenever I upload a video. You gotta be a part of the notification gang. So yeah, before I get into all of that, if you want to support the movement that I have going on here, then you definitely want to purchase one of my books. I've written 3. The first one is called The Dating Game: How to Find Yourself While Looking for Mr. Right. My second book is called Breaking the Man Code: The Key to Unlocking His Heart. And my third book is called Getting Unstuck: How to Create the Life You've Always Wanted to Live. Of course, I'll be sure to link all 3 of my books below. And I have a special announcement coming up really soon. So when you see me do an announcement video in the title, you definitely want to check it out. Alright, so now without any further ado, let's go get 'em. I'm currently going through a divorce. 5 months after meeting my husband, we decided to get married. He was cheating on me since day one with his ex. His ex continues to contact me during our marriage and sent me several screenshots of my husband texting her that he loves her and that he's outside waiting for her to come out, and she refuses. This woman and my husband were dating for 7 years, and he was cheating on her and she was cheating on him. She had a baby and he found out the baby was not his, and that's the reason for their breakup. Just a couple of months after we got married, I got pregnant. I found out that he was cheating on me, and I called her. She told me everything about my personal life, everything in my home between me and him. She even told me that he does not like my 17-year-old son and told me that my son looks gay. Wow. I confronted him about it and I was crying. Minutes later, she texted me and saying, "Why are you crying like a baby?" She would also text me, "Why are you so lazy? Why are you laying down?" She would send me pictures of the bedroom in my home. Girl, she bold, okay? I asked him several times to please stop telling this woman my business, please stop talking about my son, but he continues to do so. I had my baby, who is now 6 months old, and I moved out. He didn't come to the delivery. I called him and I even sent him pictures and I cried. He filed for divorce, and the other woman also filed for divorce because yes, she is married. She got married 5 days after we got married is what I found out. She is now in our home that we bought together, that we furnished this house from the floor up, and I walked out with nothing but my son, and we're now sleeping on a floor. I'm gonna have to summarize it from here because it's a really long message. She actually sent me 2 messages and they're both long. But he also goes on to say that he doesn't love her, he doesn't want to be with her, he wants to leave her. She can't understand why he would ever bring her into this mess that the 2 of them have going on. She also says that the girl that he's living with, the mistress, the ex-girlfriend slash mistress, that she also like let her know, you know, I don't care about you, I don't care about this son, I'm gonna make sure that he treats the son badly as the child grows up. I just want you to know that. The mistress is mad petty, B. But I'm gonna jump right into it because there's a lot that I want to talk about here. First of all, for the writer of this letter, number 1, I am sorry about all this that has happened to you, but I also have to hold you accountable for a lot of this. You are letting these people be really bold. Now, the learning part here, there's always something in every strawberry letter that I read and that I want to make a video for because I feel like a lot of people would benefit from, and that's this. There is a difference between a man who broke up and a man who is on a break. I wouldn't trust somebody with a 7-year on again, off again past with his ex, because how do I know that as soon as I say something that you don't like, or if I make you mad, that that's exactly where you're gonna go? That every time you say I'm not coming home, that's where you're gonna be. A relationship is not big enough for 3 people, and throughout your entire relationship with him, there have been all 3 of you in there. You've never had a one-on-one with him. I think that it's definitely wrong that they would actually involve you in all of this. 7 years. So what I think happened is that they were on a break, he met you, and to be petty and spiteful, he married you. And she said, no, I can be pettier than that. So 5 days later, she marries a guy. Like, they're so selfish and so self-absorbed that they have all these other people involved in their little drama. Her husband over there, and you, and now your son, all of this because these 2 people couldn't be grown enough, mature enough to work out their issues. They don't care who they destroy in the process of this petty Olympics that they got going on.
And this guy for going for the gold, okay?
She's doing the absolute most, but I feel like a lot of it is you letting them, because I'll be doggone if I'm a wife and I have literally done nothing wrong, then I'm gonna leave with nothing but the clothes on my back and my baby, and I'm sleeping on the floor, and he's in here with this mistress. He moved this other woman into my house? If he doesn't want to be in your child's life, that's unfortunate, but that's going to be his loss. Something that he's going to regret later on in his life. This is his flesh and blood that he's tossing away so easily. But that's not on you. All you can do is love your child the best that you can and to make sure that the child is well provided for. The fact that he had the child and didn't even come to the delivery and you had to text him pictures of his newborn child, it doesn't sound like he's made any effort to be in the child's life, but that's fine. I would try to get sole custody because clearly you don't care, but I would also get child support because whether you want to be in my life or not, you will always support this child. You helped create this child and you're going to help take care of this child. You only knew the man for 5 months before you got married, so you barely knew him then. And then only a few months after that, you got pregnant. All of this went so quickly. If you had just slowed down a little bit, all of his skeletons would have come tumbling out of the closet. But he was able to hold his hand on the door and keep all his secrets from spilling out just long enough to trap you. All of this everything that he has with you was just to get back at her. They are so ridiculously immature. I would be grateful to have these people out of my life, but I still think that it's important for you to make sure that your child is well provided for. There is no reason that you are sleeping on the floor with a newborn. And I would also make sure that I would find me a paper trail to prove the threats this woman has made against my child, because there is no way I would be sending my 6-month-old to go stay with their father and this woman has already made threats against my child. I would make sure there was an email, a text. I would file a restraining order so that even if the child has to go see their father, that's fine, but that woman won't be there. Now that's not doing it to be petty. That's because this woman has made threats against your child. I feel like you're being too passive. You're crying and you're devastated because he doesn't want you. Why do you want him? He wasn't even there. He doesn't even show any love or respect or even interest in your son. This man tossed you aside like old news. He already has a mistress living with him while he's still legally married to you, and he's on a dating site, and you mad because he don't want to be with you? Why do you want to be with him? You need to take this time to work on your self-esteem, your self-worth, to focus all of your time, your energy into your son and being the best example of a strong woman for him to see. This doesn't have to become a generational curse for your son. You can make him a strong, honorable man who will be an amazing father and amazing husband one day. But it all starts with the decisions that you make now. You got to think about your child's future. How do I want him to be? Do I want him to see me running after his daddy all his life? Do I want to see me, running out, begging his father to be in his life? Or am I going to show him nothing but strength? It doesn't matter who comes or who goes. Mommy is always here. God is always here. This is a time for you to be a good mom. Not just like changing diapers and feeding him, but for his future. What you do now will affect your child's future. What he sees from you will affect the kind of man that he will become. Don't let him see you running behind a no-good deadbeat daddy. There is a quote by Eleanor Roosevelt, I believe, that says, "Women are a lot like tea bags. You never know how strong they are until you put them in hot water." Honey, this is hot water. But you are strong. You are so much stronger. God would never put more on you than you can bear. So I know it seems tough, but pressure makes diamonds. There is going to be something beautiful that's going to come from this. You don't want this man in your life. He's judging your son. He says that he thinks that your son looks gay. He doesn't want to be around your son. He was going to be a horrible stepfather, a horrible husband. He's a horrible dad to your newborn child. He's not even a good friend or a good person. You don't want this man in your life. I would go for every legal recourse I have. Sometimes you can't just expect people to do what's right. Sometimes you have to make them. Okay, you don't want to take care of your child? That's fine. Okay, since you haven't chosen to, that's okay. Let's make the court system make you do that then. Because he hasn't seen you in 6 months, so that means he's not even providing for this child. I would be suing for back child support as well, because clearly he can afford it. He's got this other woman. I wish I would have all my proof. He moved this other woman in to my home, alimony and child support. I would be trying to get all of it. And I would be trying to make sure that I can prove the threats that the other woman has made to my child. Because as a mother, I couldn't let somebody talk slick about my baby. My newborn who can't even tell me how he was treated when I send them over there. My newborn who can't even say this person pinched me or what. Nah. He's already abandoned you and he's already committed adultery. You have grounds to leave. If you're a Christian and you're looking for biblical grounds, there's your out right there. Not to mention like all the things that he's done. He's cheated on you the entire time. This is why you take your time to get to know somebody. Anybody can pretend to be Prince Charming for 5 months. You haven't even given opportunities to see him angry. Because I bet he was perfect until you got married. I bet everything was perfect. He said all the right things, did all the right things. He could keep up a charade for 5 months. But once he realized he didn't have to do that anymore, this is the real him. You know, oftentimes we fall in love with how somebody used to be and we fail to realize who they are. Yeah, all of that was fake. All that pretending to be amazing was fake. This is who he is. He was always capable of this kind of mean, this kind of evil. You have to spare your child from a life like this. I'm definitely praying for you that God will continue to give you the strength and the courage and help you to make all the best decisions for yourself and also for your son. I would pray that God would take any bit of love or anything that I would ever have for him. I would reprogram his number in my phone and say liar and cheat every time he calls. That way I'll always remember what he did to me. Don't let him sweet talk his way back after all of this. You deserve so much better than what he's given you. You can forgive and all of that, that's fine. You don't want to have like vengeance in your heart towards him, but that doesn't mean you have to go back to this kind of treatment. Because just to know that somebody is capable of this level of just cruelty would make sure that I would snap out of any love that I ever had. Like that should be the sobering thing to sort of wake you up. Like this man didn't even want to be at the delivery of his own child. What would make me think that he's capable of loving me? Honestly, the two of them, they deserve each other. Both of them are petty, miserable, sad people who don't care who they hurt in the pursuit of what they want. They will never truly be happy. That's the thing about people who cheat. Because most of the time, like I said, they don't even stay together. So she thinks she won because she left her husband and he left you and they're living together and here he is on a dating site. So she still isn't enough for him. They're going to continue. It's going to be 7 years, 8 years. She's going to spend her whole life chasing behind this man who doesn't want to be caught. But that's on her. That's why you have to worry about getting back at people when they do you wrong. God will get them back. That's why the Bible says vengeance is mine. He'll get them back. You don't have to worry about any of that. None of what you need to do is about being petty or being small or sinking down to their level. What you want to do is what's best for you and your son. And if that means making sure that that other woman has nothing to do with your child because she's threatened the child, that's what you got to do. If that means getting alimony and child support so that you're not on a floor with a newborn somewhere, then that's what you got to do. It's not about being petty. It's about standing up for yourself. It's about refusing to continue to be his doormat, to treat however he wants. He's wiping his foot with you and you're letting him. Stand up for yourself, not just for you, but for your son. You are an example to your son. Let him see that this didn't break me. Your daddy left me when I was 6 months pregnant with you and I got stronger because of it. It didn't break me. I paused for a second, but I never stopped. Let your son be your motivation. Alright, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to thumbs up if you did. Also be sure to support the movement by buying one of my books. The first one is called The Dating Game, How to Find Yourself While Looking for Mr. Right. My second book is called Breaking the Man Code, The Key to Unlocking His Heart. And for all of you out there who feel stuck in any area of your life, whether it's your relationship, your marriage, your business, trying to find your purpose, this book will be awesome for you. And this is my third book, Getting Unstuck, How to Create the Life You've Always Wanted to Live. Of course, I'll be sure to link all 3 of my books below. Be sure to join the notification gang and be sure to go click the playlist. If you enjoyed this video, trust me, I've been doing this on my channel for years now. I have a couple hundred more. So be sure to check out my Strawberry Letter playlist as well. I love you guys and I'll see you all in the next video. Till next time, later divas and dudes. Deuces honey.